Perfect timing. Right, first things first, otherwise I'll never get this done. I want to apologise for my inconsistency and recycled content that I've been uploading just to keep interest. The Epstein saga will continue, but I was led towards a different path, and it's taken me quite a while to actually deal with it and be in a position to acknowledge it, and it is far more pressing than that. And it's to do with TikTok, social media, AI as a whole, and the truth of it. And the truth of it is, quite frankly, terrifying. I had wrote a script, but it sounded boring, so I'm going to speak from the heart. When we follow someone, when we like content, when we look to an influencer for guidance or advice or information, what are we really doing? Is it a form of worship? Are we following just as Jesus had disciples that followed him? Are we living in the world that is run by false idols with signs and wonders? We have filters, we have AI generated content, constantly being bombarded with algorithms that are aligned to who we are and what we look at. And this is the danger, because reality isn't stable anymore. The algorithm's out of control. We talk about something with a friend, and the next thing you know, everything that we see is tailored to that. So my news isn't your news, because it's the algorithm. But what does that mean? Well, for one, it means that reality is really on shaky grounds, because everything is being manufactured to fit what we want to see. And that information is valuable. The investors in big tech, they can't exactly pull out of it because of the amount of money invested. Which kind of leads me back to the road that I was originally going down on the transhumanism agenda, which is of course to eventually merge AI with humans, which is the meta-human, which leads back to Deepak Chopra and late Nona. We'll get there eventually. Now, I conducted an experiment on TikTok because I was quite frankly shocked at what I found on the live feed, and I've documented it. And I think it will be a documentary because of just exactly how disturbing the whole thing was. But what I realised is that whilst Facebook, YouTube, are dangerous to the brain, to the frontal lobe cortex, TikTok, it has a enormous impact on the amygdala. The amygdala is the snake brain at the back of the head, and it rules our ego. Now, when you go on TikTok, they will give you a pretty face, a pretty background, auto-cut videos that seem just amazing. I mean, it's addictive. I admit, I was enamoured by it. And anyway, I decided to go live for a couple of hours, and you can see the decline in me. I'm no longer speaking from the heart or coming from a investigative point of view. But I become aggressive, egotistical, and I acknowledge this as it's happening. But the concern is that there are grown women on there that spend all day, every day, live streaming on TikTok. Just look at the name TikTok. 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 It's no longer about what you're interested or what you want to see. It's about how much time you spend on something. And when we're in a state of meditation, so for example, you watch a film, right? And you get into that film and you lose yourself in it. I know I do, especially if it's a good one. We're no longer conscious, so we're in the film, we're watching the film, it's a good film, right? And that opens the mind up to manipulation. But it's the perfect time to input subliminal messages or ideas. I mean, you wouldn't know it was happening at the time, but it does happen. I think Max said that you'll often notice, even in the really good heartfelt films, there's always a scene where an animal will die. And that has that impact on the heart, doesn't it? You know, they want us to believe that we live in a vast universe and Earth is nothing and we are just tiny compared to the whole picture, but Earth is the heart, and us as human beings, we have heart. And AI is something that we'll never be able to experience heart. Now, what exactly does it mean to have a heart? Well, it means, for one, that we have empathy, that we have emotions for others, we care for others, we help others, we create, we learn, we fall, we grow, we feel, we taste, we smell, we sense, that things that are inexplicable to psychopaths and artificial intelligence, because they will never understand that. And slowly but surely we've kind of moved into a world where there is so little heart left. We follow people who are just people. They hold no true meaning, no true value. We're wasting away on social media, on things that aren't grounded in reality. It's a screen. You know, I think that we have I can't remember the word. Our eyes are they contain magnetic cells or neurons or something or other. I can't remember the term. And the front camera on the phone does impact these nerves. So you got to question, when we're on TikTok, when we're streaming live like I am now, is my brain being impacted in some way by the technology that's being used to film me? Well, of course it is. It would make sense, really, wouldn't it, for the people that have invested in AI to get to the point where we're no longer needed as humans, and they can be the surviving race of human with robots and slaves, you know. I mean, that's the only option I see out of it, really, because there's going to be nothing left for us anymore. And we were warned of this in the Bible, so not that I'm religious, but I've got an unshakable faith. The Ashtar command as well is a funny one. I spoke about this years ago in a video regarding the true gender. The true roots of the Illuminati. I had to take it down. I will re-upload with an edit because I say some things that... But yes, it echoes the Asher tribe in the Bible, and I don't know whether you've noticed, but a lot of them are blonde-haired, blue-eyed, whites. Funny that. But when you watch these videos, they are AI generated videos, and people worship these deities that are so clearly artificially generated. It's just, I mean, the technology is great now, so the videos are just are so cosmetic, but it is just absurd. The UFO phenomena and all of that stuff, it's a complete distraction. There's never been any tangible proof, has there? Because they come in and out. Because it's not that they're coming from another planet or another sky or another. It's energetic. It's energetic. We look to the Book of Enoch and we see that the Nephilim were stuck here vibrationally. I know I jumped from one thing to the other, but I think it makes sense in a way. What if artificial intelligence is that doorway that allows Satan to reign again? What if artificial intelligence is the Antichrist? Well, I think it's clear that it is. But what part as human beings are we playing into that? That's the question. That's the question. How much time are you spending with family, loved ones, in nature, doing good things for yourself and for others? How much human interaction are you getting, if any? You know, these filters and things that make people look more beautiful than they are, myself included, it creates even more anxiety. Because you're constantly comparing yourself. And that's why it works in the amygdala. Recent studies have found that children below the age of 15 that are engaging with TikTok a lot, the damage that will be done to the frontal lobe cortex, which is where we carry empathy, feelings, it's how we process the world, it will be permanently damaged. There's no going back from that. Now, when I was on TikTok, it was just full of children. Full. I had a nervous breakdown at one point. But yeah, especially in the morning, just schoolgirls putting their makeup on, ready to go to school, speaking to strangers. And we're creating a world of narcissists. The parents know what's really going on there. When something's trending, why do we automatically follow it? Is humanity losing authenticity? The thing that makes it human? How do we change it? Can we? Or is it too late? I just feel like at the moment everything's kind of jumped from one end of the spectrum to the other one really quick. People are only just starting to talk about MK Ultra and stuff, which I personally find insulting. You know, but we're way beyond that, because this is now turned into something that is just mass. people with good educations, they don't have social media accounts, and there's a reason for that. Are they processing our face? Are they going to upload it to some sort of beast system? Copy us? My intuition tells me that that could be a real possibility. Another thing is EdTech. For personal reasons, I was looking into the terms of privacy and the data that's being processed of our children in schools as young as 3, 4. But that's another video in of itself. So I kind of wanted to just touch on that, especially about the false idols. And I mean, I'm partaking now, aren't I? Am I acting in my amygdala? Well, the answer is no, I'm acting from the heart. I'm speaking from the heart. But yeah, if we can, I think we should be mindful how much time we're spending on platforms like that. How many pictures we're uploading. I know sometimes I do it without thinking, and then I'm like, I delete it because I'm like, why have I done that? It's for that hit, isn't it? It's for that reaction, that ego boost. But that's not what makes us human, and that's what's taking us away from being human. So I'll leave you with that thought, and hopefully I can regain a bit of momentum with the channel. But I appreciate you all. Algorithms are really down at the moment. I think probably with that video regarding Deepak Chopra and the Family Foundations and Link, which by the way is central to the meta human agenda, which will be fun to investigate. So, if there's anything that you would like to hear about, that you would like me to address or talk about, please do let me know. Sometimes it encourages me to actually make content. I can easily dissociate sometimes, so I do apologise for that. And yeah, I'll see you next time.